What is up, everybody? So thedailywire.com ran this article the other day talking about how they think Stephen Avery is directing his supporters from behind bars to tank the Convicting a Murderer review score on Rotten Tomatoes. I will link the dailywire.com article in the description below so you can go have a view for yourself. In the article, they mentioned a post from the Facebook group Stephen Avery is Innocent. And here's what it states. Important. Stephen Avery is asking for all his supporters to flood the Rotten Tomatoes website and give Convicting a Murderer a bad review. Reads a post on the Facebook group called Stephen Avery is Innocent. It talks about how the people in that particular group think that Convicting a Murderer is garbage and not true, and they need their community to step up and let Candace Owens know that Stephen Avery is innocent. Now, here's why I think it's funny, and I'll explain in a second. They state the Facebook group issued by the group's administrator on Friday night then links to the Rotten Tomatoes review page of Convicting a Murderer. It also tags everyone in the group, meaning the 36,200 plus members of the group would get a notification about the post. That part that's not why I think it's funny, but that part isn't necessarily true. If you have all notifications turned off for everything on Facebook, like I do, you would not get a notification about that post in the group. So there's no telling how many people of the 36,200 plus members the group has notifications turned off. So they wouldn't have necessarily got that notification. Now, there's a good chance that most of those people do have notifications turned on. I just wanted to point out that not everybody, or at least unless I'm the only one, I don't know, not everybody of that 36,200 people has notifications turned on that would have received that. However, them pointing it out just probably made that group way more popular than it was before. Here's why I think it's funny. They are scared of a Facebook group that has 36,200 members. Candace Owens alone has 4.1 million followers on Twitter. Daily Wire itself has 2 million followers. The Convicting a Murderer people, Candace Owens did a X Spaces, I think it's called, the other night, which I did tune into. And like I said, I'm going to be honest about the Daily Wire. I knew the Daily Wire was a thing, but I didn't know anything really about them. The only person I really heard of before this was Candace Owens. I had heard a little bit about Ben Shapiro, but not really. The only person I absolutely had heard of before a lot was Candace Owens. And I went out and I picked up Candace Owens' book the other day. I haven't read it yet, but I am definitely going to. It is on my to-do list. It's on my reading list. I like to be well informed about everything that I talk about, whether I agree or disagree. I'm looking very much forward to reading what Candace Owens writes about in her book. I like being well informed. Whether I agree or not, doesn't matter. I just like being informed about the topics that I am talking about. So the Daily Wire, they did an X Spaces thing the other night with Candace Owens. She has 4.1 million followers. Matt Walsh was in there. A lot of people don't understand how I had never heard of Matt Walsh until a week ago. He has 2.5 million followers, but I never really paid attention to anything the Daily Wire put out, any of the people they have on their streaming service. I am learning about them now, but Matt Walsh was in this X Spaces chat thing that they did, which was actually very cool. It had like 10 speakers or something along those lines that allow you to listen to their conversation. There was literally nobody that I recall from the other side of things. It was just strictly Candace Owens' point of view. They did not want to debate or have a rebuttal of any sort in this X Spaces. So the point of this is the Daily Wire's got 2 million, Candace Owens got 4.1, Matt Walsh has got 2.5. He was talking about it. Ben Shapiro had what? I just looked at this. He's got like 6 million followers or something. I literally just started following Ben Shapiro 10 seconds ago. See what he's about, and he's got 6.1 million followers. So combined, it's well over 10 million people. And they are scared of a Facebook group with 36,000 plus followers tanking their Rotten Tomatoes score? Ridiculous. They've got 10 million plus at their fingertips that they can go out and be like, here's a link. Go bring our Rotten Tomatoes score back up to the 90th percentile. absolutely bizarre that they think such a small group of people can affect their Rotten Tomatoes score. Yes, absolutely. If all 36,000 people went and voted on Rotten Tomatoes, or what they are, I've never actually used the website before. I don't exactly know how it works. I guess you probably go fill something out and say you don't like Convicting a Murderer, and then it brings the score down. So, they are scared of a Facebook group with 36,000 people. While they have millions upon millions upon millions of people at their fingertips that could go with, I would hope, with one post, absolutely destroy the Stephen Avery is innocent Facebook group's attempts to make the Rotten Tomatoes score lower. So strange. Why are they so fearful of a Facebook group with 36,000 people? Isn't the Daily Wire some giant, powerful media conglomerate that is supposed to be like the all-knowing, the truth-telling, whatever, like streaming service platform? But they're scared of a Facebook group with 36,000 people. Not on Twitter, but in general, I have nothing on Twitter. I have 400 followers on Twitter. But I have on YouTube almost 100,000 people. On Facebook, I have 53,000 people. On TikTok, I have 16,000 people. In the grand scheme of things, those numbers do not matter whatsoever when it comes to the media conglomerate, the Daily Wire, and their hosts, and their millions and millions of followers. What a bizarre thing to post and bring attention to. They really must be hurting for things to post about convicting a murderer. You think they would ignore the random Facebook group, Stephen Avery is innocent, linked in the description below, if you want to join the conversation. Just to be fair, because I linked the Daily Wire article as well. Truly bizarre. I don't get it. I don't get why they would acknowledge the Stephen Avery is innocent Facebook group. Maybe they want a lot of people that think Stephen Avery is guilty to go and join that group. Maybe. I don't know. I wouldn't be scared about a Facebook group with 36,000 people in it. I would be scared of Ben Shapiro and his 6.1 million followers, or Candace Owens and her 4.1, or Matt Walsh and his 2.5, and whoever else I mentioned before. Daily Wire itself has 2 million. I would be scared of that number if I was the Daily Wire, not 36,000. Really weird thing to post about. Anyway, maybe it's not a weird thing to post about. I don't know. Maybe they're just wanting things to post about to engage people like me right now with this video talking about convicting a murderer. Let me know what you think. Leave some comments below. I hope you're having a good day, and I will see you again soon.